by satellite, by technical science, we have got Sam, no. We have got Tobias, no. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Catriona. Get ready for your questions, Catriona. There's a load of questions coming your way, so they're all excited and it's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too. I can't believe we told them about Roger already.
Wow. Another big cheer for Catriona! Okay, get ready for your questions.
Hi, John from Long Island. I wanted to wish you a mazel tov on your engagement.
Oh, thank you.
And for bringing to life one of the greatest literary heroines that's ever been written. I wanted to know how, since becoming Claire, has the onslaught of Outlander affected your life?
Oh God, only in the most positive way. It's been such an amazing trip, and you know, you guys are amazing. Everyone's been so supportive and so generous, and I just have this incredible job that I love. I get to play this big character, and yeah, it's just given me so much. I mean, you know, lots of great adventures, and I get to meet great people, and I get to work with some stuff. Okay. But it's been wonderful from day one. Oh no, it's breaking up. What can I do?
Amazing job playing the character Claire. But if you could play any other fictional or non-fictional character as an actress, who would it be and why?
Oh, well, somebody else has already got to the post before me. There was a Joan Didion book called The Last Thing He Wanted, which I always would have loved to have done. But Anne Hathaway's doing it. She's a New Jersey girl and she's pretty good, so I think she'll do a great job.
Hi, you are beautiful. Great job. My name's Lynetta. I'm originally from Texas. And I just want to know, what's your favorite whiskey?
Ooh. Well, how does one have just one favorite? You know, being Irish, I have to say, the whiskey that I grew up with, that I grew up drinking, was Black Bush, which is really good. My favorite is, oh God, there's just too many. Or Hibiki, the Japanese, he's good.
Hi Catriona, thank you so much for Skyping in. I know you've said before that you really just are, especially in season 4, you're looking forward to seeing Claire get to settle in her home. I'm wondering, would you say that we get to see a different side of Claire this season, just as she and Jamie get to do like the sort of normal everyday lifestyle?
Definitely, I think it's a very, very different Claire this season. You know, I think there is, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, she's definitely much more confident in just her surroundings and having that groundedness. Her and Jamie are in a really good place, creating this idea of family and home from the ground up. So yeah, it's almost I think a transitional season for her in many ways. And the book, you know, things coming along are much more maybe traumatic or deep, but this one is real position.
It's breaking up.
Hello, my name is Alexandra from Brooklyn, and I'd like to say you're perfect. You played perfect, Claire. What has been your favorite scene so far?
Of all season?
Yes.
With Jixie, it's hard to beat that fight in the ring. Personally, for Claire, I think Fake. Often with the fight, that's able to be. And I just love some of this with Sophie with Anna. I can't tell you which one. Very
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm an Air Force combat veteran with PTSD from both combat and assault. And I just want to say thank you for bringing that dynamic. And how did it feel, and what did you use for your material? And I just want to thank you for bringing that strength to your character, and how did it feel to be able to portray that and reach out to so many of us who actually do go through something like that.
Well, thank you, and you know, my heart goes out to anyone who's had to go through the experiences. It cannot be easy. I read a lot online, and I tried to do as much research as I could to understand that it comes in very different ways for people, and sometimes people who in the moment can be so they can face these challenges so well at the moment that it's until much later down the line that the smallest thing could trigger at times we not expect. We got to see that part there, that that the PTSD is not something that she ever thought to face or deal with, and honor and this has been a long time to make sure that you're discussing it with people and that you're allowing people to understand the place you're in, because I think most of it's trying to face love and trying to hide it or keep it a secret. It compounds the effect. So, I love the way you do this thing in the show that can have a connection with, have that, and we shine a light on what we're going through.
Hi Claire, Cheyenne here. You've had a lot of really hard emotional scenes throughout the season. What would you say was the hardest one to shoot?
In season 4,
throughout the seasons,
throughout the seasons. I definitely think the darkest place I think I've had to go to was the Fake episode. I think that was probably the most painful. I think it was the most painful thing it's something that meant me in the I think that it was a great opportunity to be able to bring that to life.
Hi Claire, my name is May. My mother was in the second class of women that graduated from Harvard Med School, and I was so in tears when I realized on the show that they chose Harvard Med, and it seemed like you were in the first class of women that was allowed in. And even your hairstyle, and of course the costume was perfect, but all through that whole period, it seemed like you just totally nailed the period, and that you looked so much different than when you were back in the 1800s, 1700s. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, a lot of that is the great costumes and the great makeup artists. Anita Anderson does such an incredible job, and I think our makeup and hair people don't get enough credit for a lot of the hard work that they do sometimes. So Anita and I had so much fun kind of creating that 50s, 60s looks and finding the little differences between the way women would do their eyebrows, which would be, you know, a little bit of a sense of this is for 50s and then this is 60s, and you know, I love all that kind of things from the outside as well. But internally, I just, you know, I love to submerge myself in things from period. So what kind of film would Claire watch? What kind of books would Claire read? What kind of music would she listen to? All of those things help create the internal thing. You know, I think a huge thing for Claire had to do that she was two things going on in her life. One, she just was excelling so much in her personal capacity, but in an emotional capacity or a personal capacity was so complicated, and that kind of made these internal struggles to work.
Hi Kate, I'm Charlene. I'm from Los Angeles. I just want to say I love you so, so much. And my question, yeah, I know. And I just want to ask you, what is your own personal connection to playing Claire? Like, how do you, you know, emotionally, how you play her?
Wow. You know, I think it develops and changes over time. In the beginning, it was my grandmother's connection to her, because my grandmother had been in since World War, and my grandmother passed away very quickly in season 1. But she was a big influence in my life, and you know, with Terry, we talked a lot. We used my grandmother's wedding to try and make it look like Claire. That sounds good. It's like the next time yeah, so you know, that was my initial personal connection to Claire. And then as time goes on, you know, there are many crossover with experiences that she's had and you know, it's that you doing a character for a time.
Hi Catriona, I'm Julia from Toronto. Thank you so much for dialing in and speaking with us. My question is, you and Tobias Menzies, who I absolutely adore, and I can't wait to see him in The Crown, so shout out to Tobias. You have some very, very challenging scenes with him from an emotional standpoint, and my question is, what are some of the things that you and Tobias would do off screen to, one, prepare for those scenes, and two, to sort of lighten the mood, because I can only imagine that days and hours of, you know, riding this angsty wave can get to you mentally.
Well, first of all, nobody knows how goofy Tobias really is. I'm trying to remember, he does a great either, I want to say, is it like duck or bug impression? But I think it's always weird. It depends if I'm in. So in the beginning, we wrote letters to each other, like Frank from before, and he redacted loads of it. So that was great. That, you know, reading between these blank columns, but you know, it's such a pleasure to act with. You know, both kids and mom, we have different connections. They're no less honest or intense, but Tobias is so, he really inhabits his character well, and we like to discuss it a lot about what, you know, what way we would do things, if we do it in this way, what would that mean, and then we like to drink a lot of wine. Today, the idea is definitely grounded then.
Hi Catriona, I'm wondering, I want to thank you
so much for your forthcoming nature on social media and how y'all share so much of your relationships with each other, with us. And it's hilarious most of the time. And I want to ask you, who is watching Eddie?
Sorry, what was your question?
Who is watching Eddie while you're in Los Angeles?
Eddie is staying with a lovely woman named Jessica who looks after her when I'm away. And Jessie has 2 gorgeous kids who I think Eddie's in heaven. She has kids to play with and lots of love and attention, so she doesn't miss me at all.
Hi Katrina, this is Erica. So nice to talk to you. My question is from season 3, the last episode, when you filmed the hurricane scene and when you fall into the water, are you actually underwater? And I just wanted to know, like, how was it just filming all of that?
Well, the hurricane scene was so much fun. The boat stuff we had, it was just hilarious. We were like just being drowned with water. And the giggling, and you're trying to hear and you can't hear anything. But the underwater stuff, yeah, we filmed in an underwater tank. Sam and I had to go do a little bit of scuba training. And not good because we'd been out the night before, I think in a sushi restaurant, had too much whiskey, and we were both feeling a little green sitting at the bottom of the swimming pool with oxygen mask to us, feeling rather sorry for ourselves. Underwater, it was cool. You sort of stay up for, 10 every minute they come, they give you some more oxygen, and they come with it out again, and you film another take. I love that stuff. It's always a really fun challenge to do like something different.
Hi Kate, I have a question regarding season 1. Shot some great scenes with Tobias, especially as Blackjack, and especially Garrison Commander, I think is one of my favorite episodes. So what do you miss about working with him the most, and what's your favorite scene that you shot with him as Blackjack?
Oh, well, I miss everything about him not being there. Like, we were really good friends, and, just having him around was always so great, and he's a good laugh, and he's a great friend, and Tobias obviously was probably from the most experienced actors when we started in season 1 that I worked with constantly, and so he's such great advice and such a sounding board, a real mentor in many ways in season 1. Just that, and the favorite is also Garrison and his manager. I mean, we were in this room for 3 days filming long scene, and it was like theatre piece, and walking by, it's like the class in acting, and I really feel like it just elevated my work and made me want to be better every single day, and we miss him, but now he's going to be, all fancy and in the royal family and stuff.
Hi Kate, you get to wear some really awesome costumes as Claire. I was wondering, what is your favorite costume to wear, and which one would you want to steal from set to have in your closet?
So it's Catriona or Kat, by the way, not Kate. We'll just say that.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
I just I don't really mind, but the costumes are so great, and it's hard to choose one. Obviously the teen century stuff is not very comfortable, so I wouldn't want to really take that anywhere. But I could have easily ran away with most of my 1960s costumes. The white dress that I wore to Brianne's graduation, the black that I wore to Frank's memorial. Terry did promise me I'm going to get a copy of the blouse and skirt I wear where we have this divorce fight with Frank, but never fired.
which
You can do
as a member of Dalton Gila, I was wondering, is it hard to go from the Irish Gaelic to Scottish Gaelic and then have to go into the English again?
Well, I never really had to speak much Gaelic. So, you know, my Gaelic is getting rustier and rustier by the day. But it's interesting how much I would recognize, because for anyone who doesn't know, Gaelic is the Irish, Gaelic is the Scottish. And even though there's a lot of similarities, they're very different. But, you know, it would be interesting when we would be listening to Graham do his speeches, or Jamie do his speeches. And I'm like, oh, I know that. I know that one too. You get really better annoyed after the first couple of months. They're like, shut up, no one's there.
Hi, Catriona. Thank you for being the perfect Claire. I appreciate all your hard work. My question is, how is the filming going on your new movie, and can you tell us anything about it?
And it's going really good. I finished my third week, I suppose, which was about 3 a.m. last night. But yeah, it's a lot of amazing cars. I don't think I've ever seen so many amazingly beautiful, just sports cars and 1960s cars in my life. But you know, I have this lovely character that I play. Her name is Molly Miles, and she was a very famous race driver for Shelby American and for Ford. And so it's about Ford basically challenging the dominance of Ferrari between 1965 and 1966 Le Mans, which is a big 24-hour car race in France. But it's exciting, and I can still see inside my husband's played by Christian Bale, a little actor. And there's also this guy, and someone, you know.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Catriona. Thank you for doing this for us, and best of luck with your new film. I was curious what first drew you to Claire as a character and to the Outlander story when you first got the part, and has that stayed pretty constant, or has it evolved over time?
Great question. Well, in the beginning, I mean, it wasn't until I read the book. I'd already sent in a tape, and I didn't know what it was. I just knew these two scenes. And then when I heard they wanted to see more, I was like, oh, it's a book series. So I went and read it in 2 days. And I just was so struck by her strength, empathy, and the adventure. And that was what really, you know, made me excited to want to play her. It has evolved over time. I mean, I think she's much more complex than I thought in the beginning, or aware of in the beginning, and it's nice to evolve with her, with the show, and it's been amazing.
From New Jersey, and I've got a question for you. When we last see Claire, she's washed ashore in what's left of the bat suit. When we rejoin her, is the bat suit making another appearance for us, or will it be repurposed into future wardrobe?
Bat suit died.
Thank you for doing this. My question is circling back on Joan Didion. Have you read any of her earlier stuff? And who is your favorite Irish poet?
Oh, I mean, I think I've read nearly everything Joan Didion's written. I could be wrong, but I think I have. My favorite Irish poet, maybe Seamus Heaney. You know, Patrick Catriona, though, because he's from Monaghan, where I grew up, is also someone who has a very special place in my heart too.
Work for the publisher. We publish his material, Seacus in America, and we are coming out with some new material from him, just FYI.
Oh, amazing. Well, if anyone now hasn't read it, James is the most beautiful book, so you should read it.
Hi, Catriona. My name's Christina. First, I want to say thank you for being a strong heroine. I can show my girls, I have 3 of them, and it's nice to have somebody that I can show them to look up to in today's world. And secondly, I'm a member of My Peak Challenge, and I follow you and Sam. And I saw your first marathon, and you've given me something to challenge myself with. And I want to know if you're going to be doing another one soon.
Oh, I don't know. I think I've only managed to go on about 3 runs since. You know, I really enjoyed it. I would love to do one again, but it's finding the time to train. So I don't know. We'll see.
Hi, Catriona. My name is Kimberly. Hi. I was just curious, which scene did you have to have the most takes on because you couldn't stop laughing?
I don't know. There was a scene. There was a scene on here with Jared and the people. I think it's every since the scene. But there was a guy in a red onesie that was okay. I was here. We're into action stuff. You quite what I know where happiness and sadness meet. I got there.
Hello, Catriona.
Hi.
Thank you very much for all your hard work, first of all. And how does somebody who's proclaimed herself the worst driver in California get a job in a race car movie?
Keep quiet, because I still have to do a driving scene with Christian Bale in the car, and I don't think they know yet, so.
Hi, Kat. On behalf of all the Anzoffs from Down Under, we just love and adore you and think you are the bee's knees. And as I said, a true inspiration for girls, and we need more people like you in the world. So thanks for everything. And also, just want to know, do you get nervous when you're making public appearances and how you cope with that?
You know, I still get nervous, but I seem to now be able to. It's very silly. Sometimes just like what you just care. It's messed up. I think I've messed up so much at this point. Like it's nothing nobody's not seen before. So.
Hi, my name is Katie. I'm from New York. Nice to see you. I'm just curious, the episode of The Wedding in the first season. What episode is that? I was just wondering how many takes did it have to do to get that right without laughing or
which bit?
Where you got to know Jamie intimately for the first time.
I mean, God, that's like 5 years ago. I don't know. That whole sequence, there's 3 times when we get to know each other, you know. We had done a bit of rehearsal because we wanted to tell the story of passion and their intimacy and their ability with each other. But I
earlier, and he said that you constantly crack up during scenes. So we want to hear what you have to say in your defense.
Oh, he was blaming me, and then it's just my fault. Jeez. Well, sometimes he's a bit of a ridiculous human being, and sometimes he's not. I can't help it. Yeah. You know, some people get angry when they get tired. I just get silly. So that's my. It's tiredness.
Hi, Kat. It's Deb, the pickle pin gal from Pittsburgh. Question about acting school and acting exercises. Can you cite any examples of things you learned in acting school that have really served you well in your role in Outlander?
Oh my God, yes. I think it's very important if anyone wants to become an actor to do some kind of study for your craft. I went college for a year, and then I also, when I came to LA, I spent over 2 years in various different classes, and I learned so much. I think it just gives you a chance to more places, and gives you the confidence to be able to do things like heavy scenes, to you know, go there every single time. Triggers for yourself. I think you both get that thing you necessarily use personal stuff be emotionally hazardous, I think. So yeah, I had some incredible acting teachers. Judith Weston was one. She was fantastic. There's a woman named Anna Grant. Actually, we used to teach in Rutgers, just in New Jersey, so like. But yeah, I think it's important to learn about yourself, about and observing and all those things really are vital if you're going to be a good actor, I think. But then again, I don't know.
Hello, Catriona. I'm visiting here from North Alabama. I have heard from other actors like Gates McFadden, who played a doctor on Star Trek, that it can be very challenging to talk technical when you really don't understand what you're talking about. How have you dealt with that challenge as a doctor on Outlander?
Yeah, well, luckily I don't have to do like daily surgeries and all of that, but a lot of the herbal stuff or all that, I'll research it before. If I see stuff in the script that I don't understand, you know, thank God for Google, because I don't know where I would have been, you know, 20 years ago or 15 years ago if we didn't have the great internet, because imagine having to go to a library and look all of this stuff up every night. So yeah, I think doing research is always the best thing, because if you can understand it and if you can recognize it, then it'll come to you. You're not just saying things, you know, might as well be gobbledygook. So yeah, I love doing that. It looks so, and then you get to I am first because you go on TV.
Hi Catriona, this is Amita from Long Island. Thank you very much again. Come on, I want to ask you a question about, this is a silly question. It's going back to season 1. What is the story about the stuffed cabbage? I need to know about that one. There's so many things out there.
Free being an absolute numpty. He's just, you know, long days, and Steve loves to frog, but he's crap at it, so that's like stuffed cabbage, and we all just laugh at him because he's ridiculous.
Thank you.
Hi, Kat. This is Dawn. I'm from originally New York City, now in Poconos, PA. You spend a lot of time in the spotlight wearing a lot of different designers. So I have a two-part question. First is, who's your favorite designer? Second is, who's a designer you haven't yet worn but would love to wear?
This is my favorite designer. Oh God, that's really hard. You know, I favorite Valentino or Chanel, but like Valentino it's been around so long. I mean, Yves Saint Laurent used to be, and once I got to almost I was just 9 because I was big. Who have I never worn? You know what? I don't think I've ever worn a gown by Prada, and I'm a fan of Miuccia Prada because I love what she stands for. She's an incredible female designer. You know, it's quite rare, believe enough, but yeah, I love what she stands for. I'd love to wear something for her.
Hi, Kat. I'm Kelly. My question is, we've all read articles where you've talked about wanting to be an actor for a long time and doing that as your maybe second career. Is this the life that you imagined when you thought, I want to be an actor? Is it beyond your wildest dreams? Has that been everything you thought it would be?
You know, I had a bit of a pinch me moment today, and I was watching TV, and being back in LA, I was 6 years ago, right before I got the show. In fact, it's probably 5.5 years ago. And I was a struggling actor who every so often would do some commercials to pay bills. And a commercial on TV, and it was very long and I just turned to my partner, and I was like, no, 5.5 years ago, I was struggling. I would have died. I wanted to do commercials. And last night I was doing a scene with the winner, and that kind of blew my mind. Feels so bloody grateful last night. The thing is, it just goes to show you that if you have a dream, I was 30 when I decided to start from the ground up. I know that I didn't have any money. So if you have a dream, you have to just, because you never know.
Hi, Catriona. My name's Joanna. I'm from New York. My question is actually kind of a follow-on to that. I really admire the fact that you have built very successful careers in two very difficult industries where talent and hard work are a lot of times not enough. And I'm just wondering, during the times when you were struggling, how did you kind of keep yourself going and keep yourself focused on your dream?
Well, delusion. No, but I do think you have to have a certain amount of, well, you have to have self-belief, right? So, I had a dream when I was little. I knew that next, it was something that I could do. I knew pretty the chance that I could, put my heart in that. And so I just had to believe that somebody somewhere was going to give me a chance. And I was really good. And I think that's the thing, you need a lot of luck. But if you keep working, like classes or whatever, just hammering away, and also nothing's guaranteed. So next decade, just keep working hard and hopefully that will pay you forward. If that makes sense.
Hi, Kat. I'm Christine, also from Los Angeles. I have a silly question for you. As Claire, you always say, and you have us all saying, Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ. I wondered if you ever say that yourself now, or, since we're all adults here, if you have a favorite swear word.
She said it. Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ is too long. I like to get in there much more succinct. I'm a big fan of
questions, and neither one of them are related to Outlander. Okay, first one is, do you have a favorite American band? And the second one, what is your favorite American television show?
Favorite American band, the first one that came to my head was LCD Sound System. American TV. I mean, ever, or
what do you have on your DVR right now?
Oh God, right now I've got the car racing documentary. Well, you know what? I just linked the game on this one, and I'm waiting for one to catch up so we can watch the rest of it together. But I'm watching This Is Us.